So hi guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
hello.
Hi, Mithun.
so I hope you can hear me. Hello, you can hear me.
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. So welcome all. The point of this webinar I've already discussed in detail with you all a few days back. Just wanted to share a few points related. I mean, there was a thought process going in my mind related to the coding aspect, how coding can help us. So just to start this webinar, first of all, I would like you all to introduce yourself one by one, just a 1 minute small intro, so that our viewers can understand, so you can know whom we are talking to. So starting with you, Ishwendra, if you can please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, Mithun. Hi everyone. My name is Ishwendra Jala. I'm working for corporate strategy and business analytics with a largest healthcare chain in northern West India. So the company name is Shelby Hospitals. We are a chain of multi-specialty hospitals with 11 hospitals at present and two more coming up. Basically, I look after the group strategy and analytics. So I
Mhm.
believe that's why I wanted to be part of this session, where
Mhm.
because Python is becoming a very common language, a coding language, and I believe this will help me out to understand at least the first initial aspects of Python. So thank you, Mithun, for
Good,
allowing
good,
me to
good,
be
good.
part of this session.
Thank you, Ishwendra. Thank you. Yes, Sumit.
Yeah, hello there.
Mhm.
My name is Sumit Pandey, and I'm working as an embedded hardware engineer in Honeywell Technology Solutions. Basically, I'm working as an advanced hardware engineer. So actually, I'm working in the field of automation, where you can see all these chemical plants and petrol plants, all these works. So my job is to work on all the input and output aspects of the signaling and the field devices. So why I'm attending or having this conversation with Mithun or with you is because I also want to know like what aspects of Python I can put into my technology, which can make it more clearer and make it more applicable to the client. So I'm much obliged to join this conversation so that I can learn a few things and I can spread it out in my technology also. Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. Puneet, over to you.
Hey Mithun,
Mm.
so I'm Puneet Sharma.
Mm.
Presently, I'm working as a lead business analyst for PSYS Incorporation,
Mm.
and I'm carrying close to 13 years of job experience. The company deals majorly into the credit card payment processing, right? And on a personal front, I wanted to know more about the technical side of things. That's why I wanted to learn more about data analytics and Python in general. So I'm looking forward to this session. So thanks for inviting me for this.
Good, 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 good. So we'll start like this. I'll share my deck, what I've prepared for this session. So you all can put your videos on. You can switch off your videos, okay? And once you're able to see the screen, so do let me know, okay?
Sure.
So is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clear.
So just a second. So as discussed, I mean they are basically two agendas which I really want to discuss in this particular. See, one thing I can promise you, it's a very small PPT, and just I'll give you a very crisp idea about these two things. I mean, most of you must be aware or not, but at the end of this particular meeting, you will be aware about coding and yes, about Python as well. So looking forward for the so the first thing which I want to discuss is the first agenda is why one should learn coding. Okay, so there are basically 6 points I will be going through in this PPT. So to start with, I have put a special emphasis on why to learn coding. First, I'll discuss what are the six aspect of this particular what you call this coding part. So what you need to what you need to understand is first of all, this the first part comes is why learn coding. So the first and foremost question everyone asks when see this why, the word why is always special for me. You know, whenever you want to clear any problem, you need to clear this why part. You need to come out with an idea why I'm doing this. So this why comes from. So let's go through the PPT, and these are the three special characters which I have chosen for the start to start. Why? I mean, if these three people are there, let's suppose we call as, let's suppose that the lady in the left, she has started her career. She has done her masters in some course, and presently she don't know what to do in her life. She is good in studies, but she really don't know what to do in her in her life. Somebody told her that you go in coding life, you go in software development field, and your life will be good, you will get a good salary. So this is what this is why she has chosen coding. So the second person can be, let's suppose he is this person who is from the very start, from 7th 8th, he has an avid interest in computer science. So he has just started, he's in graduation, and he wanted to learn coding, so he is learning by himself, and he has an avid interest. The third person is a gentleman who has got a experience of almost 15 to 20 years in corporate world. He is a business analyst. He started his career in way back in 90s. So now he wanted to learn. He just wanted to uh, get, I mean, to, because he's a business analyst, he understand that if he wants to really grow in life, and just he want to have an enhanced knowledge to be with the big group, he has to understand, at least they understand what coding is all about. So again, if I sum it up, somebody is looking to go for coding when somebody wants a high paying job, somebody has got an avid interest, and somebody is adapting to change. That is the prime reason why somebody wants to go in coding. Again, if you see in this slide, I have again written, why do you want to learn coding? Again, the third time I'm asking this question. So why I'm always emphasizing on this part is because, once this why will be clear, then only you will be able to get the real answers. For example, let's suppose, just for the sake of money, if somebody thinks that he or she can learn coding, that is not possible. You should have a real interest. You should have that inner motivation, that some inspiring thought in it, some story behind it, so that you can learn, so that it will always help you when you are feeling that challenge. Because when once you started to learn coding, it's not only about writing some syntaxes and executing those codes. It's about coming through I mean, you have to be very logical. It's not about just learning some tools and codes and you will learn coding. So that's the reason, if you have to be very clear on your thought process, if you really want to learn this thing. Now the second aspect, I mean, of the agenda is how to start coding. So I'll be little quick on this. There are basically 4 points. One by one, I'll go through it. The first point is figure out what you want to do. So let's suppose you want to be a coder. So the first thing comes in your mind, as a coder, I want to develop a game, or let's suppose a mobile app or a web app. So this should be in your mind, that what you want to do first. Then only you will come to this part, that which particular language you should choose. So there, when you are in coding, there are ample amount of language like Python, C++, JavaScript. So there are a hell amount of languages, but what we need to understand is, which particular language will help us. It will totally depend upon what type of because computer science is a vast field. Which particular way you want to go. You want to go in machine learning, then you need to choose Python. If you want to go in gaming, then you need to go in C#. If you want to go in web development, then then you should know PHP, HTML. So this is all this is what you all need to know when it comes to languages. And let's suppose you have selected any language, then you need to learn the basic of that language first. So the basic again comes as loops, if statement, variables, function, arrays. I mean, this all we have studied when we have done the basic of programming in our school days. So now, to complete that thing, this is let's suppose you have chosen a program language also, then you have to create a basic application. One thing I would want to emphasize here is, you have to be very, very clear about your thought process when you are making any application, you are learning something, the first application should be very simple, extremely simple. So why it is simple? Because when you're learning new thing, you need success. If you're not getting that success part, then it would be very difficult to go. See, any good thing, see, Facebook was not made in a day. Facebook, if you look at the site in 2005, you go into archive of Facebook and you'll see it was a small website for college, university level. It was for that. And through iteration, I mean, see, you one thing you need to understand, whenever you want to get a better version, it will come through practice and consistently if you're working onto it. So iteration is obviously the thing which you must understand, that once we are learning new thing, the initial part would not be according to us, but with time it will keep on changing, will keep on improving. You just need to be consistent to it. So you have to create a basic application, and that would need to be a simple one. Now again, it's one level up. Now you're choosing a project. Same thing, the question, which domain you are in. If you want to choose a project in web development, then yes, there you need to choose JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Node.js, PHP, Django. If it is about Android, then it is Java, Kotlin. Then iOS, it is Swift. If it is data, then it is Python, R, and MATLAB. If it is about software development, then yes, again Java, C#, Python. Game development, C++ and C#. So you need, again, the same thing again. See, some slides are I've particularly repeated, because repeating the slides again, because when we are developing an application or when you're developing a project, whenever you are starting, the first time you have to make this a very simple. So now let's come to the second agenda of our part. I mean, the coding part is over. Now we need to suggest which particular language one should choose. So there are two ways to do it. One, you must be go and find out in Google what you want to do. The other place is Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a place where it's like a Quora of coding community. Okay, so you go and ask the question, relevant question. There are people who are there giving, I mean, they will respond to you in 24 hours. Then there's a community in IntelliPath. They will also do the same thing. This particular Stack Overflow in IntelliPath will help you in your debugging also. Suppose you've started learning and you've started coding, you wanted to, you are debugging, there is an issue in debugging, so you can go and check it with there. What is, then there's a word called version control system. The version control system is nothing but it's a database where we put our software. Suppose for you, if you look at the current situation, I mean, if you look at the if I am a developer and I am developing any software, I will come up with, let's suppose, software version 1. So to keep that software in a secure place, I will choose GitHub. So GitHub is a version control system. So next time if I want to update that particular software, then again I need to put software 1.0 will be in GitHub. Then again the second version will be. So each particular version will be in a different place, so that if there is any problem in the overall program, then we can take it along. Then the third thing is IDE, that is interactive development environment, which we all know does for Visual Code is the best, because Visual Code you all program right from Java code to Python. You will code there and you will get a lot of libraries and everything. So Visual Code is good, but yes, if you are specifically looking for a Python, then Anaconda will also do, and then Jupyter will also do. So this is the way. So now, I mean, as discussed earlier as well with all of you, I will be discussing specifically about Python here. So agent, it says 5-6 points in agenda is there for Python. So why, I mean, I will tell you very quickly what is Python, why is Python popular, what are the features, where is Python used in the industry, learning path, and career opportunities. So Python is a general, I mean, we all know there are two types of language, low level language and high level language. High level language are more towards human, where human can understand, and low level language are machine language, where machine can understand, which machine easily. So all these C++, Java, everything, I mean, these all are high level language. And Python, if you specifically ask, is the, if in terms of easiness, it is the most easy language. That's because its syntaxes are extremely easy. For example, if you let's suppose in C, whenever you want to write a small program, you have to keep all those you have to keep all those library. Let hash include stdio.h, hash.conio.h, and then all those libraries. Then you will come and you will write a statement in this Python. You just need to write a small statement without any library, because the IDE is helping out in that. So in Python, again, it's if about Python, it is created by Guido van Rossum in 1989. I mean, it's a very interesting story. He was just, he has a hobby of writing programs, and he keep on writing different programs. He's trying to develop something. So with this hobby, he has developed Python, which is now considered as the world most popular computer language in the world. Why it is considered as popular? Specifically, one second. Why is Python popular? Because Python, there are 4 specific reasons. One, the language preferred by beginners and the pros, means somebody, because of the easiness. The if somebody who let's suppose you want to learn Python tomorrow, so you can learn it because this is the most easy language. The codes syntaxes are too simple in comparison to other languages. Okay, it's an open source language, means it will always be free for everyone. There are so many people who are working to make Python a great success. The other thing is Python can be used for desktop, web, mobile application development, everything. And it has a great community who constantly make libraries and help those in need. For example, I give you a very small example. Let's suppose you are building any program and you are developing any function. So when you do the same thing in C++, you have to come out with new function if it is not available. But in Python, 99% of the time, that particular function can be inbuilt. You just need to do a small programming import. You just need to import that particular program function, and that will be installed. That will be done in click of a second. About features, as I already told, it's very simple. It's open source. It's portability. Guys, I'm just taking it very quickly because it's a time. I mean, I've already got a 40 minutes time, so will quickly finish it up. So the portability means when you are talking about portability means when we are talking about let's suppose I made one program, one software, and I just want to share it with someone in their system, so it is easily portable. When you talk about embeddable and extensible, it means suppose there are some functions which can run in C++, Python accept those code as well, so it is easily embedded. A C program can be embedded in Python, and Python program can be embedded in C. So that is why, that is the main specific reason why it is so popular. It has got a huge library, and yes, the object orientation part, because it gives you extra layer of security. So that is one of that is all about the features of Python. Now you want to see, I mean, the list is endless, but I have kept these 5 big companies who are on Python right now. The one is Google. It gives you better search result provided based on ranking of the website, so that all the algorithm which Google is writing, it's writing in Python. Okay, so Dropbox, the server and client application are coded using Python. Netflix, our favorite, all the its machine learning is used to cluster user based on their interest on shows and retain them for longer. BitTorrent, we have downloaded so many files. So it was the first transfer of files between peer-to-peer, which started out as normal Python file. And yes, NASA, scientific calculation are computed using Python. Learning path, again, it's very simple. Python basics. We again, if you want to learn any computer language, you have to start with variable, data types, operators, arrays, flow control, methods. These are simple thing when you start as a basic. Oops, the practice programming. So this is where you need to start. Again, the question, the main thing, what are the career opportunities when you are learning Python? So there are multiple career opportunities with Python. If you're learning Python, then you need to learn Django. With Django, you will learn web development and frameworks. There is special program in Python where Pygame, where if you learn that, it will help you in game development. Okay, in big data also Python is used. For web testing also Python is used, and in artificial intelligence and data science also this Python is used. And in most of the smart devices also, the coding is done through Python only. So that was a very small presentation which I have shared. I guess you people have liked that, and can you come onto screen for a minute, please? And just if there is any question, anything you want to ask, because anything you want to ask, I would be happy to answer any question you.
So Mithun, there is nothing specific to ask. I think it was a a good insight into the world of Python and the kind of career opportunities which it can generate. I am coming from a functional background, being a business analyst, so it has given me a bit of a direction. So thanks for sharing this information, and I'll be looking forward to learn more about Python and the related technologies, so that I can move into more of a techno-functional role. So yeah, thank you again.
Good.
Same from my side, if I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, actually, I was seeking for some, you can say, point of window into machine learning, because I've told you I'm working in the field of automation. So getting something into machine learning helps automation automate better. I may be a side saying out of the ballpark, but yes, to automate the automation better, the machine learning can work. So what I have taken from this you can say presentation is the machine learning aspect, and it's a good thing for me. I can look forward to it.
Very good.
Thanks.
So thank you, Mithun. I think I also didn't know certain aspects which you have explained here. So the big data part and the data science would be useful for me in what I am doing right now, as we are managing this huge database of patients and our day-to-day transactions of hospitals. So of course, Python could be useful for that. So I will look after that aspect to go forward. Thank you so much for this insight.
So thanks a lot, guys. I mean, it was a great. I mean, we can have a lot of meeting like this in future as well. I mean, you all can come with your own ideas. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you, Puneet. Thank you, Sumit. Thank you, Ishwin, for your time. I really appreciate. I mean, you people have given you valuable time. You have given you valuable time. I'm really happy that you people have come. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you, team. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.